Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is going to be a different kind of video. It's going to be part of a series of videos that I'm going to be doing. This is going to be part of a series of videos about going through the process of some of the upgrades that I have planned to my main machine. I think there's a video in the past kind of showing this machine off. It's not the greatest video, but I'll show you from where it started with this channel to where it is now at the end of the video, if you want to stay tuned for that. There's a few things I'm going to talk to you about them. I know I'm going to catch maybe some criticism in the comments below about maybe some of the hardware I've chosen, or why aren't you doing this, or why aren't you doing that, or why don't you just buy all the hardware at once. I will explain that later on in this video. Okay, so like I said at the end of the video, you're going to see kind of an evolution of where my system was when I first built it to where it is now. And then we're going to talk about, as well as I'm going to be talking to you about some of the upgrades that I have in the works that I'm planning on doing to the machine. Now the first thing is, the main upgrade that I did not film. This is the CPU that I started out with. It's the AMD FX 4100. It's a 4-core clocked at 3.6 gigahertz with a total of 12 megabyte total cache. That's what I had in the system to begin with. This is the new CPU that I installed into the system. It is the FX 8370. It is an 8-core CPU clocked at 4 gigahertz with 16 megs total cache. That is what I am running in the system currently. I should have filmed it, but I didn't. There was a few other steps to it than just a matter of popping out, removing my cooler, popping out the old chip, cleaning off the old thermal paste off the cooler, popping the new chip in, blah blah blah. I did have to update my motherboard's BIOS for this CPU to work. It is on the supported list, so that's not the issue. It's just the BIOS needed to be updated, because when I built the system, these 8-core and 6-core chips were not out. They were still, the FX series was still new on the market. So some of the upgrades that I have planned is the CPU, which I already did. You will not see that upgrade being performed. I want to bump my RAM up from 16 gigs 1333 to a 32 gig kit of 1866, which is the maximum amount of RAM and the maximum speed for RAM that my motherboard supports. As well as I'm planning on doing a new video card. I'm going to do a dual GPU setup. However, that means I have to upgrade the power supply, which brings me to the next point. Is I am doing a EVGA Supernova 1000 watt PSU, which will give me more than enough power to power those cards, as well as give me a little extra room if I want to add stuff in. LED lighting was one of them, but it wasn't really like a necessity to make the system work. It was just one of those things that I wanted to add in, which I have done. I did special order the NZXT Hue Plus because no one in my local area carries it in stock. It's all special order, so I just went ahead and had it special ordered back into around January 5th. Got it February 5th. I did complain to the store about the time it took to special order it, when they had said that their warehouse had just received an order of it, but it took a month for it to get from their warehouse, which is only a 3-hour drive from where I live, to get it to the store, which I didn't really appreciate, but that's besides the point. As well as I'm going to add in a fan controller so I can control my other fans other than my 2 fans on my that are for my radiator. So depending on the load that I'm doing, that'll be an upgrade. As well as I want to switch out all the fans because they're just kind of a mismatch of whatever I had or could get my hands on that were around and quick and accessible. Mind you, one of them is going. The bearings are making a bit of noise. I'm not concerned about it. It's not a big deal. It's not the important fan that one of the two important fans I need for my cooler. So now let's get on to the part about what upgrades am I going to do first, other than the CPU, which, like I said, you won't see that. So the two upgrades that you're going to see first, I'm going to talk about here in just a second. Okay, so the first two upgrades that I went ahead and ordered on this past Friday, which would have been, I believe, March 1st, was a Corsair Vengeance 32 gig 4x8 kit of DDR3 1866 memory in red, which I'll post something up here for it. And then I went ahead and ordered EVGA. It's a G1 1000 watt 80 plus gold fully modular power supply, which again I'll post something up in this corner here for it. Those are the first two I'm going to take, two upgrades I'm going to put in effect in this series. However, there's going to be a bunch more. I'm going to be ripping the whole case down, painting it, and I'm going to be doing a themed kind of idea with it, with a nice glossy cherry red and white. So I'm going to be doing sleeved cables at some point. I'm just trying to track down, is it cheaper for me to just order the material, sleeve them myself, or just cheaper to order them, custom order them from a company to the lengths that I want in the color configuration that I would like. That's going to be the next one of the next ones coming up at some point down the road. I will be doing a video on installing the new RAM and power supply. Most likely I'm going to end up just time-lapsing me doing the actual work getting the RAM installed. I'll probably time-lapse that all, or just record it and then just speed it up when I edit the video. I'll decide when I go to do it. And now I'm going to show you from where the build started when I initially built this to where it currently is now. I'm going to show you those. They're just going to be photos at the end of this video. So I hope you like this video. Stay tuned. There's going to be more. There's going to be a whole bunch more content coming up to my channel, but this is going to be the first video in the series. So I really hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more great content. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to stay tuned for more, as well as head on over to my social media, which the links are in the description below. And check out my Facebook. Hit like on the Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter as well as Instagram. And sometimes you may get sneak peeks of stuff there before you see it on the channel. So, stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment in the video description below. See you in the next one.